on drugs.
You're on drugs? All right, people.
We are so back.
We're so back.
All right, let's cut this thing down, man.
Cut the music. Let's do this, man.
Let's do it.
What's today?
Today's Saturday.
Daytona 500 Eve.
Woo!
It's like Christmas Eve, but you get to go racing tomorrow.
I know, I'm just looking for a tree with like cars underneath it or something.
Ooh.
It's gonna be awesome.
Maybe you could get a racetrack for Christmas.
Again, one I can break.
No, we're not going to tell that story right to now.
Hey, welcome back to No Onions, No Tomatoes.
No onions, no tomatoes.
That's right, we haven't given up. I don't care if we're the only one that are clicking and doing the views.
Hey, we appreciate all those folks out there who have clicked and subscribed to the YouTube page.
Is it a piano?
I think, babe, we're in double digits, like 20s, 30s.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks to all of our peeps. How do
Yeah.
they find us?
Hey, here you can find us here. We're on Facebook. You go to No Onions, No Tomatoes podcast.
That's how you search?
Yep. Or go to YouTube and search No Onions, No Tomatoes, no spaces in that, and then subscribe. Make sure.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe.
Yep. And then on Twitter, we are at NoOnion_tomato.
All right. But
Bingo.
we're tracking if you like and follow us, and you will be getting demerits if you don't.
None of your nice stuff.
Yeah, no Christmas candy. You know who the people who want Christmas candy are.
Dodgers just signed Chase Utley. Go ahead.
Babe, your season's saved.
Yes.
Baseball's back too.
Let's get on topic.
No, wait, here's the thing.
Baseball.
People get mad when the Super Bowl
Oh, I'll
happens.
be back. Yeah, keep talking.
People get mad when the Super Bowl happens because they're like, oh, season's over. You know, where's football? We're excited when the Super Bowl happens because you know what that means? It means NASCAR's back and baseball's back.
Here's
baby.
your buddy.
Oh, my buddy. It's my little friend. What do you have?
I have Yasiel Puig.
Yasiel?
Puig. Puig, your friend.
Puig, your friend.
Yes.
And what else do we have?
Yeah.
Oh, our
Baseball.
Go Royals.
Go Royals. Now I got my Corey Seager rookie bat.
So we're excited when football season's over.
Thanks
we're
a lot.
ready to do this, man.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Throw
All right,
that.
throw that away.
All right. We're ready.
All right,
Okay.
now back to NASCAR.
That's what we're here for.
What happened the Speed Weeks?
Speed Weeks. It was big. It all kicked off with practice.
Are you
Last
out of
week-
breath from like running across the room?
Jesus Christ.
He's like,
Can I get some oxygen? Stop it. Okay.
So we had the
Let's get
qualifying.
to the qualifying and the clash, right?
Okay.
So
What about it?
All right, so we had qualifying first on Sunday.
Okay.
The qualifying at Daytona is a little bit different because it only sets the front row. So the cars that qualify first and second, they're guaranteed their spot.
Okay.
And then the rest of the field has the race in the duels.
Okay.
On Thursday.
So qualifying was the top qualifier was Alex Bowman driving the 88 car.
What's his name? Bowman the Showman or something?
I'm sure that wasn't
Okay.
a fix to have the 88 car on the pole at the 500 after. Where's my aluminum foil?
Exactly. Put it over here to save your brain.
So that Junior's car is on the pole in the 88, and then second place is
James Hamlin.
it's Denny time.
Look at Denny Hamlin. Don't get me started. This guy.
Hey,
No.
he's my teammate. I'm glad about
But
it.
he just can't leave well enough alone. What does he do? He comes out, gives an interview, talking about drivers being on Adderall, and then comes back and says,
What's wrong with that?
I was just joking as he's hopped up on goofballs. Anyway, that was
Reckless speculation right there. So anyway, the front row is set with Bowman and Hamlin, and then
I'm gonna do a test while you're doing this.
Okay.
So go ahead and
so-
start talking.
And then we had the Clash that night, which is just a fun race where it doesn't matter.
Hey, before you go into the class, can you tell me where did my driver qualify? Oh, wait a minute, that's gonna be later on. Oh God, where's
What?
he at?
That's later. So we went into the Clash. It doesn't matter. It's a race that doesn't matter, has no points, no significance. So if you win that race, it really doesn't matter.
It matters if you win.
No.
There was 17 drivers in the clash, and the guy who finishes first, it matters.
Who finished first?
Take a guess, folks. That's right.
So I have to listen to this Yahoo.
Bad Brad.
Oh, it's our week. It's our week. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
That's right. We're supposed. Oh,
What's
all right.
that?
Okay, just so that was my time test, folks. So that right there was 46 seconds. That
Yes.
46 seconds says talking is the amount of time that it took the car, the pole car, to drive 2.5 miles around the Daytona track. So,
How fast I
so
drive.
think about that for a second. 46 seconds, 2.5 miles. That's awesome.
Okay.
Wait a minute, hold on, I'm not done. I got one more. Hold on, let me reset
geez.
this thing. Oh,
Anyway,
Jesus, it's wrong.
So
Okay.
after the
Hold on. So
Okay.
here right now is the difference between there's 40 cars in the field, right?
40 cars,
So the difference between first and 40th.
first and 40.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this and then we're gonna start talking.
Okay.
And so the car that qualified 40th
Yes.
between the car that qualified first on the
Okay.
pole. Here we go. Ready?
Here we go.
All right, let's go.
All right. So then after that was really quick. Are you sure you said that right?
Yep, 2 seconds. So we're talking about 40 cars, and there are 2 seconds between each other from first to last.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
All right, I'm done.
All right. Done with your science experiments there. Take it away.
Compton
from
High, Compton Unified School District's education right there. That's my science. Thank you, Mr. Kalisa. Go ahead.
I grew up in Florida, just 30 miles from Daytona.
Oh, we're off track. Oh yeah, you did. Okay,
Mr.
where are we at?
Mr. Getty's Pizza. Okay, so after the clash in the qualifying last week,
Okay.
we got a little midweek racing, which is the duels, and the duels' purpose is to set the rest of the field for the 500. So while first and second, Bowman and Hamlin are set, the rest of the field now has to race their way into to order to qualify.
Exactly. So yeah, so they literally split them up in half. So you got 20 and 20, right?
And it's just like a sprint.
Yeah, and then a small caveat. So even though Bowman and Showman and James Hamlin were 1 and 2, they still have to race in this duel, okay? And this is your Daytona car. This is the car for the 500. So if you wreck this car during the duel, you go to the back of the field with a backup car.
I'm driving in the back. I am going to be like 5 laps behind.
Well, that's pretty much what Bowman did as soon as they dropped
Exactly what I would do.
As soon as they dropped the green flag in the first duel, Bowman just dropped all the way to the back and just rolled around saying, "Okay,
Avoiding all the nonsense.
yeah, because I don't want to go to. He doesn't want to go to a backup car and have to start at the back of the field. You know, after it's a pretty prestigious task to get on a pole, so
Yes.
it's a big deal.
So in the first duel, we had Stenhouse.
Oh my God. Okay, first clown of the day.
First clown of the day is Stenhouse, and you could ask who was it, the fellow driver that called him an idiot.
Oh yeah, that was David Gilliland. That's pretty funny. That was after he had already turned Suarez.
He wrecked like 3 people.
He wrecked Suarez and Gilliland within a couple of laps by just taking the air off of their left rear, and it literally spun those cars out.
But here's the thing. You're driving like a clown in the 500 where it doesn't really matter where you start because it just shuffles so frequently. And we'll talk about that more when we get to the 500. But so that was a highlight, Stenhouse driving like a clown.
The low light.
Oh yeah. Another thing that we realized was the pit stops were slow.
Holy mackerel.
And we'll talk about that with the rule changes.
Rule changes, yeah.
Blaney needs to show some patience. Your manufacturing team, the Penske team, was running up front.
1, 2, 3.
And then Blaney decides to pull out and test the waters and try to beat JoJo.
Okay, well, yes.
What happened?
Okay, it was 3 laps to go in the race. All right, so he drops down. Brad then gets behind Logano, and then he leaves a little bit of room on the high side, and here comes old Joplin Jamie McMurray running out of talent, driving over his head, and he runs into the back. Keselowski sending Keselowski into the wall, and as I mentioned before, now Keselowski has to go to a backup car and will start at the rear. Field to 500.
Jimmy Rex has tire go down, Rex out too.
I mean, yeah.
He's had some bad luck. And then Bubba Wallace.
Woo! How about that guy? But that's a hey. So Bubba Wallace, right? He's starting at 43, the iconic 43.
Looks pretty out there.
Yeah. So he's just in his race, and he's like, okay, I want to bring this car home clean.
That's my goal.
Number one goal, right?
Right.
And he does that. He just doesn't bring it home clean. He brings it home pushing his best friend,
YRB.
young Ryan Blaney, to the victory and finishing third.
He got inched out by JoJo.
Joey Logano unnecessarily racing for second place in the duel, which could have caused a wreck of Bubba Wallace. If Bubba Wallace goes high and blocks JoJo, he's probably going into the wall and it's going to be in a backup car.
But that didn't happen, so we're proud of you, Bubba. Keep up the good work.
There's that's duel. We got anything? What else? Anything else in duel 1?
No, let's go to duel 2.
Duel 2.
So Chase Elliott ends up winning this one. He's proven to be pretty good qualifying during the 500s and the speed weeks for his 3 seasons.
Absolutely.
And Danica's in this one. She's racing the 500. Now, the thing with her is she too was being careful because they only had the one car.
Yeah, I think they only literally have one car.
So if she wrecks it, she's not able to participate in the 500. So she was driving cautiously, but also had to avoid other people's nonsense, which is what her whole career was basically.
Yes. Well, she should be used to driving in the back with those guys who don't know what they're doing. Even though I believe she does know what she's doing, and also she has sat on a pole here at the 500.
Yes.
Okay, so she has some driving talent. Wishing her some luck.
Yeah.
And then I think that duel 2 was a little more tame, and because I think the drivers that drive in the second duel have a distinct advantage because they get to watch the first race to see what the cars are doing first time in a draft with say more than 6 to 10 cars.
Right.
So it was a little less tame, a little more tame. Sorry.
A little more tame.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up, and I think next we're going to talk about the 500.
Let's do it.